Hello traders, let's analyze the Nifty 50, Bank Nifty and Sensex. So as I said, there is a huge gap which needs to be filled. So I'm expecting this zone on the further days, like because I could able to see a good liquidity over here. So let's mark the important key level for the resistance and support zone. So I'm just taking this. So this is a key important resistance. So I'm changing this, writing as a text R1 which is at 23,514. Whereas the R2 which lies over here, $23,655. So this is the R2. When we comes to the S1, so I'm expecting this region 22,921. I'm expecting this needs to be tested, so changing the color, which is an S1 around 22,921, whereas the S2 is this area. Just change it, S2 as 22,694. So let's see. I think market has enough liquidity and retested. Let me check in the different time frame. So this is a good supply area. Okay, from this exact region, from this to this, market has tested. Let me check for in the 5-minute time frame. Even though in the 5-minute time frame we could able to see a trend line over here. Okay, see, this is a good trend line. 1 2 3. Okay, let me check as well as in the 15 minutes. So I'm expecting market should come in this pattern further. So it's a high, it should create and retest this area. So I'm expecting this in the Nifty 50, saving this as 16 April. Okay, let me check for the Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty, it's in the good trend line area. So I'm expecting a correction. Market needs to come by this level. This is a S1, 52,800, and I'm expecting the second support which market needs to come further is around 52,400. S2 is around 52,415. So I'm expecting this should break and test the S1 level, and further it should retrace to the S2. Let's see whether it's like breaking the trend line and reaching, because we have a good gap over below. Like you can just make a note of this. Where it is. Here. So this is a huge gap, good gap as well, that needs to be market fill. So for the S1, I think we most probably don't need S1 for this, because it's a huge pushing level, but we could have to right like for the S1 I'm checking this as S1, and R1, and this one as a R2. So the R1 levels are, R1 is at 53,152, whereas the R2 level is around 53,623. Okay, I hope this is an important level that we need to cleanly watch in the Bank Nifty. So let's wait and watch. Let's analyze the Sensex. Today there is only rise in Bank Nifty. See, when we check Nifty and Sensex, there is no momentum. As you can see, there is a huge gap which needs to be filled. One and this is also a good gap. So I'm expecting this as a S1 and this as a S2. So the S1 is in green label, changes to red, 75,519. S2 is around 74,385. Okay, so let me check for the resistance. This is a good resistance, and which is R1, and changing to the R2, where here there is a supply zone over the market. Like, see, this is a good supply zone. Changing this to green, the R1 is at 77,323.06 and R2 is at 77,604. So these are the key levels for the Sensex. I hope this video is useful to you. Thanks for watching this video. See you in the next video. Bye bye.